Here comes Amos. Amos Mose was a Cajun, lived by himself in the swamp.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Larry. Happy birthday to you.
Because he repaired some appliances for my buddy Bob Pratt, a great friend for a quarter of a century. I used to make pancakes every Sunday for everybody who'd ever show up. And Larry and his son showed up on their Cushmans, and I grew up I'm a motorcycle junkie. And Larry and I have been fast friends. I've made the top and the seats in his King Midget. I basically conned him into getting the King Midget because of all the cars I've ever had, I love my King Midget the most. And we've worked on so many projects together. It's just him and Ching are valued friends. We enjoy junk.
Wayne Baylor. I remember you used to come to LC's and you and Merlin. Y'all would take off down the lower part of Florida hunting them old hit and miss engines for some reason. Never knew why. I hope you have a great birthday.
They tried to arrest you with somebody throwing a pamper down. And then made you clean up the trash area, the camping area. You know what I mean.
Happy birthday, Larry. Just remember you and Merlin so many years.
Happy birthday, Larry. Wife and I always enjoy coming out eating and riding, going out for dinner.
There we go.
My hair okay?
Yeah, looks great. Perfect.
All right. Hey, I'm Bill Wilson. Met Larry, I don't even know how many years ago when he was fixing appliances. He came over and fixed a couple of refrigerators I had until he told me to quit and just get rid of it and buy a new one. And then later on, met him through the Model A Club with a friend of mine who bought one of my granddad's Model A's and joined the club. And then I've had Larry over a couple times pilfering through all my granddad's stuff so he could add more junk to his collection and I could get rid of some of mine. And I now have a 1925 Model T, which Larry said he knows nothing about and doesn't want to.
Do you believe in?
He couldn't help me. At anything, he's 92, but he's not into Model Ts. But he's great with the Model A's and fixing anything else.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Happy birthday, Larry. Thank you for lending me tools today to fix my motorcycle. I got the idle adjusted correctly. And, I'd like to talk to you about a Cushman scooter I have.
Hi, Larry. I still don't believe that she's your daughter. I don't know what else to say, but happy 80th, and I'll be talking to you. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Larry. Birthday, Larry. Hope you have 80 more. I don't know about that. But anyway, I want to remind you about rebuilding that transmission in that Harley Davidson mine right in that garage up there where the band's at. I walked in there last time. I'm going to do it again today before I leave. Had a little flashback.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday, Larry. I remember seeing you riding through Hardy's parking lot on those super glides with snow and ice on the ground. Probably late 70s.
Yeah, we stopped there anyways.
Where did you come?
Well, I'm not a bit surprised.
Yeah, we pulled in there too. We used to go down there underneath the shade trees across the beach there.
Yeah.
Lake Lure and drink a beer or two or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we'd race from there all the way back to the club. See who could get there first. And your old daddy, he was there first. Or I was one.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Happy birthday, Larry. Thanks for having us.
Well, I met Larry 30-some years ago, just a little while before him and Shane got together. And, I remember when he decided he wasn't having another American woman, he was going to go to the Philippines. So he went and got back with Ching, and they went out to the tractor show and got married. So we've been hanging around. We went up to Portsmouth a couple of times. Been friends for a good while.
Alrighty.
All right. Happy birthday, Larry. It's Mike McLean, Carol Adams. We've known him for quite a while from Larry and Tammy Blankenship who introduced us. But we've done a lot of rides with Larry and Ching, and just a great group of people. Happy birthday.
So, happy birthday, Larry. This is Carl, and you pan over there to see the Georgia Tech Ramblin' Wreck. That was the one where last fall you helped me, had a problem with it starting, kept wanting to backfire, and it turned out that you were helping me determine that the timing was off. I had to reset that.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Larry. Hope you have many more.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Happy birthday, Larry, from Joe and Linda.
Happy birthday.
And always loved when I needed help. I'd always call Larry and tell him what I needed couldn't be done. And he would kill himself to get it done. And loved him for that.
Let me think about Larry Harding. I know that if you were ready to go on the motorcycle, he'd take off. And that was with Kay. Poor Kay. I like going to his New Year's Day party. His New Year's Day parties were a trip. Now,
I don't think I ever got invited to those.
They were fun. And then there was one time that the couch caught on fire. They did a firecracker went off in the house and it caught the couch on fire.
Happy birthday, Larry. Happy birthday, Larry. Happy birthday, Larry.
Happy birthday, Harding. Larry H. Well, I had a fella tell me one time that Larry Harding could fix anything there was in the world, as long as he could go at it wide open with the biggest hammer he could find.
Happy birthday, Larry. Anyhow, we need to ride our motorcycles to the Hog Haven game. Yeah. It's old green house.
Hang on, give me one more. Give me one more. My camera. My camera.
Happy birthday, old fart.
There we go.
Happy birthday, old fart.
I know you got lots of daddy stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how long my house number was. That might be saying too much. I might be telling my age.
Happy birthday.
What are you guys working on right now?
We're working on Larry's motor and we've been having a lot of fun. We'll put it in the speed car things and go real good once we get it done. And Larry's really been a true friend to me and I can't thank him enough for what all he's done for me. Just keep on working on these Model 8s and I'll live to be 95.
Over here,
How you know it?
before you was ever born. He's always lived here as far as I remember.
Well, we lived in here. We lived in this house. We lived in that house.
But I mean, it's
In
there.
that-
He's a good mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I used to be a barber a long time ago. I didn't like it. I quit that and went back to college. But anyway, he'd fix my motorcycles all the time. Those Triumphs, he could fix any damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Still can.
But I was living in Fort Lauderdale, building a high-rise down there. Your daddy showed up to my front door, rode that damn Triumph all the way from here down to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you're kidding.
And my wife, well, I was just living with her then. We got married afterwards. I was going to Daytona Bike Week. And Daddy was too. So we take off. And my Trump, I took the big saddle off and had one of those little pads on the back fender. She's a pretty girl like this. We going up the damn highway. She starts hitting me in the damn ribs like that. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "You gotta stop." I said, "What's wrong?" "Well, stop." She said, "That damn seat's killing my ass. That's gotta take me home." So I didn't get to go to Daytona with Larry. I had to turn around, keep her happy, and go back to Fort Lauderdale. but I've never forgot that, you know. You got that on camera, right?
We went to the beach. I stopped over here at Hendersonville, bought some glasses and Carol Justice. We went off to the beach. Hardin left his coat on the motorcycle. We went to town, come back. Coat was gone. Well, that made him mad. He kept on, floating around there. Calm down. I said, you can't get it back. So we got on there, heading down the coast, and we got stopped. On one of them little towns. One stopped him, one stopped me. And I said, "These is all I've got, just glasses." He said, "Call hard." He said, "Well, they something about glasses." All they done is stop us for the glasses, and didn't do nothing.
Really? Yeah.
It pissed Hardin off real bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. All right.
That's about all I gotta say for him that I can tell you.
I know you're holding back because there's some much better
Yeah, I can't.
Not on camera. He's in witness protection.
Yeah. We went here and there, did everything.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Wait, you had what? You had biscuits?
We had biscuits on the table. We just stuck firecrackers in them and blew them up and just lied like hell.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I'm glad to have you for 80 years, and I hope I get to keep you for 80 more. Thank you for making me the only girl in elementary school who rode motorcycles after school and went up the gas line hill at, where was that? Anyway, in the dune buggy. Happy birthday.
When I think about you, Dad, I think about two things. One, I think about whenever we were working at El Paso on Greenville Highway, and you were working on a cooler down behind it, and they started chopping onions right above your head, and they just kept chopping more and more onions, and all the onion debris was falling down on top of you, and your eyes started watering, and you started snotting, and you basically lost your vision, and it was getting terrible. And the Mexican guy up above you was just laughing the whole time he was doing it, but you kept working anyway because you're a hard worker. And so I learned from you that day to work hard. And then the second thing I think about is how when I came to visit you one time a few years back, and I said, you know, I'd like to build a bookcase for Kendra because she wants a bookcase, and we just went out and did it, and that's been awesome. It's been my favorite piece of furniture in our house ever since. So happy 80th birthday.
I thought of something extra. So in 2011, I had just finished up 6 months of chemo, and you started talking about wanting to go to Cambodia, and that was pretty crazy, right? But anyway, I was way too weak to do that, but I went and did it anyway and just fell over and wrecked a whole bunch. So I appreciate that you got me to go do that experience, even though I was like half dead at the time. So,
happy birthday, you old man. I can't believe you're out here 80 and still stinking up the world with your old man farts. I wish I was there to punch you in the arm. I love you, I guess.
Yeah, 80 years, that's a long timer. Bunch of old farts out here, I reckon. That's the birthday, Larry.
Hey, Larry. Happy birthday. One of my favorite Larry stories / memories is during COVID when nobody was getting together inside and old farts couldn't happen. You and me and Zach and I think Pam all got together and we made some ice cream, and it was the second time we made it, and we made it wrong and it wasn't as good, and Ching was convinced the reason it wasn't as good was because the mangoes we put in it were not from the Philippines, and maybe she was right.
Happy birthday for Larry. You can do happy birthday to Larry. Happy birthday, Larry.
What'd you say, Ruby?
Ruby, say, look at the camera, say happy birthday. Say happy birthday. Oh, shit. Remember how
My pocket, wallet,
calling me smooth.
Almost. Okay.
Every time I think trouble came along and the money was mine. You're on a shoe.
Why you holding your chicken?
Why are you deaf?
What?
Go back, you should try to say what you did. I spent someone else will take away. You're on a shoestring, but